His name is G'Odd. Where did I first see G'Odd? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
It was the other Rayloft time.
Yeah.
It was the time we first saw
Can I come down?
Yeah.
No.
Big hand for G'Odd and his awesome songs there. And he just departed from the what's gonna be back here. Oh, all right. Of course not. G'Odd. Hey. How are you?
Who wants to know? Cop question.
Yeah. So Rayloft. Let's go back a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You were at Rayloft.
Yeah, that is a being in my open mic journey because I found it on it's the classic tale. A guy writes, he looks at the poster and he writes the number illegibly on a piece of paper, puts it in a box, and loses the box. One day something falls out of the box, finds it, and he goes there, and it's lame, and then he meets somebody cool. And it was you. I think you rapped even. You're the only person who's like pissing them off more than me, and then I would talk to you, and you're like, this sucks, you're coming on Wednesday and Saturday.
No, I didn't rap, I karaoke. Jesus!
Yeah, Vanessa practices karaoke.
Yeah.
She trained in Japan for 35 years before she moved to Portland, and it's a pure art form. Like carrying on the tradition. And yes, she invited me down to 503 Distilling, and you know, I was worried about free speech things because Portland, when I last left, was kind of vicious about the canceling and stuff, and then I got there and it was like, you can't do a song unless you do a dick joke first. I'm like, this will be alright. I didn't know any dick jokes, but I did some with bad words in it. Or, I don't know. Actually, my songs are worse when they don't have bad words. Like, you get off easy with bad words, so I'll let you off easy. And then you invited me to OddLOddGE show because, you know, I'm all about kids. And,
I did want to ask you, how many wigs do you have in your ensemble?
It's a rotating thing because people like you know, like you like a music park ride, and at the bottom where you get splashed and they take a picture of you and then you get it then. Like, you know, you should have to pay for that, but it's like people think if they come and ride on my ride, they could just like grab like glasses, sunglasses and shit, and like so things disappear, come back to me. And
like wigs and sunglasses.
So the theory the wigs are still mine, but all my wigs are dumpster wigs. My whole costumes are coming from a period where I was working with this, like a big homeless community. I was pretty friendly with them. They'd always want to give me gifts, but they don't have money, so they started bringing me stuff. And so I started to assemble the costume, and it was kind of a ongoing joke with my friends that I looked the same for like 30 years. Like it was like bald head and glasses and shit. And I was just kind of petrified by drugs, and this is like oh, I just have a different head now.
Nice.
And also because there's a lot of good reasons to maintain anonymity when I'm doing a project like this.
When you're doing and acting in an unusual way in a public setting.
Yeah, but it's to set an example to clear the way for what's to come, so people be ready because revolution doesn't look like you think it does, and it starts out in the mind and what people accept, and like well, they're distracted worrying about silly stuff. They forget to ask stupid questions like, you know, you're too old for this, you're too white for this. Instead they're just like, what the fuck? And that's like it replaces that, and then next thing you know, they're wearing glasses, and when they're wearing the glasses or
dumpster wigs,
or the little veil over their face, they're actually like, whether they know it or not, they're taking one step into the world that like that they're about to become part of. Because it's better than theirs.
If you can't do it in Portland, where else could you do it?
Exactly. So first we show it to them on cable television, and then we swap out reality, and the new reality we'll sit around and do this kind of stuff, and on TV we'll watch like the people it used to be like, swap them out.
Yeah.
When nobody's looking, when they see.
I'm always amazed that you can wear like leather coats and wigs and everything when it's like super freaking hot. How do you cope with the heat stroke?
Like what is in the outside world doesn't have anything to do with me. It's like that applies to all aspects of life. So like I shouldn't really change just with the dress too. Like everything else, like what.
Do you mind over matter stuff like that?
No, I mean more like if somebody else knows something I don't know, it doesn't make me dumber. I take joy in that, like having friends that are better than me at things. Like what we need, like, and the point of having a collective is complementary skill sets. You know, it's not just better numbers. It's different people can do different things, and in the perfect world, we'd be allowed to focus on the things that we're good at. Like you know, Metal Stammer shouldn't go work all day at a factory if he could be out like rounding people up. And if somebody, after he rounds the people up, if he's the one to tell them what to do, or if maybe somebody else steps in to do the next thing, like we need to set some kind of foundation for the future, because everybody argue about like who's the first punk band or something, but they don't argue about who's the last. And there's not a lot of time for you to get the shit right now, and people have been consternating. They don't know, like, they don't know how to go on tour. They're like, I'm gonna go on tour, but I don't have any merch. I don't know what to sell because there's no CD players and stuff. Well, you can't go on tour without merch. That's stupid. We need a whole new system. We gotta rip it down and start it all over. And the part of open mic is I always wanted to look at like other artists and musicians and think that we're all part of the same thing. I never felt like that. I was part of a scene. I didn't identify with anybody who like played acoustic guitar or something or read poetry. Now I do. Like I knew that the way was for us to think of it all as one thing, and now I actually feel that way. And part of it's because of people like you that made the other people. Maybe sometimes it's like a music that I wouldn't like, but I like it because it's them. And you know, the creative spirit's what unites us, and like everybody's like thinks that you have to just, you know, work and do all these other things, and the creative stuff comes extra. No, that's the important thing. Everything else is extra thing. The one where people are divided, well, because they're not doing anything creative. It's the only thing we have. That's the only weapon we have against them to win. Like it's a universal love and the creative spirit. Like that's how we beat them.
Yeah.
It's not just like an important thing. It's the thing. It's the beginning of time. People are dancing around the fires, taking drugs, pounding on drums. That's who we saw as people. You know, a few people wandered off, started worshiping obelisk, stone and shit. Like that's the distraction. So we go back to there and bring it to now. And we fix it all, and then we you know, we achieve enlightenment. We kind of go into the universe, and like our art becomes what we are.
Yeah. You mean like this?
Something like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, they go up there and like, and then you turn into a good joke. They take a